The major difficulty that I have faced with regard to the solid waste management is that the people are not so concerned about it. Because people believe that garbage is something that they don't need, they want to throw it away from their home. So what they're concerned about mainly is to collect the garbage at home, put it in a bag and throw it out even on the roadside or onto a land which is vacant. But they don't think of managing it as such. And in terms of the government, what they're also looking at it is simply collecting the waste and disposing itself. Now, there are methodologies for recycling, for composting, for biogas production. But each one of them would mean that there is a lot of work to be done. But, basically, even the government does not see a point of view as to why we should be recycling. So this has been my difficult task, is to convince the government, convince the public that recycling is the way for solid waste management. And for this I had to be almost like a crusader, having my own followers who will follow after me and then will also themselves become leaders and somehow get through to the people that for solid waste management you need to have recycling as a huge component. This all started in 1992, 1995. But when I look back now in 2009, I should say that every single person in Sri Lanka knows how to recycle. They know the value of recycling. The difficulty that I face now is setting up the infrastructure. Now even a place like here, where we have set up the eco-kiosk, because of the security reasons, people are asked to bring their waste in bags and to keep it here. But most of the time, out of security reasons, the police or the security are worried that people could bring bombs in their bags and keep it somewhere. So there is this difficult situation right now in the country. But the work is going on. Now even the local authorities have vehicles which are compartmentalized, to collect paper, glass and plastic, and they go from day to day, door to door, to collect this waste. And the housewives are asked to keep it separate, and when the vehicle comes, for them to give it to the man who comes to the door, and thereby they collect it and they sell it to the recycling industry. Another difficulty that I face right now is developing the recycling industry as such.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of material coming from abroad to Sri Lanka, which are also recycled material. And so the government is asking the question as to why should we develop recycling industries when we are getting things cheap from outside. But we need to convince the government that, the recycling is the way, but in order to recycle, we need to have the industry still. And not only the industry, but also what products comes from that industry as the end product. And thereby to find a market for the end products in the world market. So I am having to work with all the stratas. It's not with the government, but also with the people and also with the rag picker community, because we have huge heaps of garbage disposed in certain places. And living around it are the rag pickers. And this rag picker population goes to the garbage dump to collect waste paper, glass and plastic. Now these people are considered as the lowest of the lowest in Sri Lanka.
Yes. And
I have to work among them to encourage them to continue with the work that they are doing. And also to educate their children, so that those children will, get educated and they may be part of the recycling industry in Sri Lanka. So I would say I have a huge dream for Sri Lanka in terms of solid waste management. It takes time. It needs a lot of encouragement. And also I think, the international experts on this subject needs to play a big role in encouraging people like us. And I think in that sense Ashoka is doing a huge job. By giving us opportunities to meet people from outside. And I hope Ashoka will continue to do that, because this dream is not for me, it's for Sri Lanka.
So what kind of benefit